What's up, Broncos fans? Sam Brown here, host of the Broncos Breakdown as usual. We're diving into some Deshaun Watson rumors on today's show because there's been developments, and that's what happens here on the channel. We're going to hop on, splice something up for you real quick, and jump into some of the latest news and rumors from Denver. Like I said, Deshaun Watson, is he interested in a trade to the Denver Broncos? That's what Kareem Jackson told TMZ Sports this week. Reportedly has interest in a trade to Denver. Kareem Jackson played with Deshaun Watson in Houston from 2017 to 2018, so obviously has a good connection there, is friends with him, and has had chances to talk to him about a potential move to the Broncos. Now, obviously, the kicker there, Deshaun Watson holds a no-trade clause in his contract. Now, Houston is still trying to keep their star quarterback, but Deshaun Watson is reportedly mulling a holdout to force a trade out of Houston. Now, here's the quote from Kareem Jackson on Deshaun Watson saying, "I had a couple conversations with him, just with him saying that Denver is a place he's interested in landing." I mean, if Deshaun Watson goes anywhere, they're automatically contenders. If he has the pieces around him, he's an automatic contender. Now, it is worth noting, too, with that, Kareem Jackson did say the Broncos do love Locke. He likes Locke and the progressions that he's made over the last year. He just says Deshaun Watson is that special. Wherever he goes, that team immediately becomes a playoff caliber team with the right pieces. And the Denver Broncos have some of the right pieces on offense, a young budding receiver core, a solid running game, and a decent offensive line, certainly better than the one that he has in Houston. So we'll kick it off with this question for you. What's your one-word reaction to TMZ's report? I'll give you mine in a second. It can be happy, it can be go, it can be Watson, whatever you feel like throwing in the comments section. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Your one-word reaction to TMZ's report. My one-word reaction is conflicted because I can see this from two different angles. First of all, you can look at it from the angle of, hey, maybe Deshaun Watson's starting to kind of open up to the idea in Denver. Woody Page joked, maybe he doesn't realize it's 300 days of sunshine in Denver. So that sort of angle is one that you can consider. The other one I can consider, though, is it's Deshaun Watson. Chances are Kareem Jackson's not the only one reaching out to him about a trade and whether he'd be interested in going to their team or their city. So it could very well be Deshaun Watson trying to appease him, saying, hey, yeah, sure, I'm considering it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. But, is that a lock that he's going to go to Denver? Not at all. Another funny aspect that we aren't really considering too, Kareem Jackson might not even be a Bronco in 2021, aside from the Watson point, but he's got a club option right now over $12 million, and Denver could save $10 million of that money by declining his option, letting Kareem Jackson go in free agency. So we'll see how that situation unfolds. But if Kareem Jackson's recruiting Deshaun Watson to Denver, does it mean that Jackson stays? Does it mean that Watson stays? Because that's a lot of money, or that Watson gets traded, because all of a sudden that's a lot of money you're committing. I know we had talked about Justin Simmons potentially re-signing. The bottom line is, if he wants to be in Denver, go get him. Do what it takes. George Paton, it wants to make that big splash in his first offseason. I've said it time and time again. This is the way to do it. You go out, you get a player of Deshaun Watson's caliber who led the league in passing last year with, let's face it, not a great receiving core and a suspended Will Fuller for the back half of the season. This guy's a stud. He is an all-pro caliber player. He's only 25 years old. I've said it. There hasn't been a player of his caliber available at his age. This is a guy that if he finds the right team, could be there for the next 10 to 12, maybe even 15 years. And so all of a sudden you're looking at a possibility of Watson coming to Denver. Yes, you wonder whether Drew Lock would be moved or whether they trust Drew Lock enough to give him the reins for another year. But if you can make a splash like this and get Deshaun Watson, and if Kareem Jackson's word means anything, it might be something worth considering if you're Denver. So I'll ask you this question. Is Denver a playoff team with Watson? I know they've got some pieces, obviously. Could probably fight for a wild card spot. I'm not sure they're going to win the division, obviously, with Kansas City there in the mix. But they could definitely be a playoff team. I would type my Y for yes. I want to hear from you guys, though. You can type Y for yes, or you can type N for no. Pin comment down below. The very first comment you see below this video, let me know, is Denver a playoff team with Watson? And obviously, like I said, we'll be covering stuff like this throughout the offseason. And the algorithm is really simple. More Broncos subs equals more Broncos videos. We're trying to grow the channel, but the bosses here at Chat Sports say, hey, we need to see some growth. And we need to see you guys interacting and stuff like that in the comments to know, hey, this fan base really cares and really wants to get more videos. So help me out. Hit that big red button that says subscribe below this video, or you can go to chatsports.com/BroncosTV.